Good evening, guys. Today we will discuss about the market updates, what the market is, you know, doing presently, and how we should look forward to. In my opinion, market is really consolidating presently, and it is going nowhere. It is neither falling nor it is going up in upward direction. When it falls a little, it starts to go up, and when it goes tries to go up, uh, some selling comes up, and the market again falls down. This is what it is happening, and portfolio is also not moving anywhere. In this scenario, what our approach has to be, and what we also see what the other companies which are uh, doing good comparatively to the market, how our approach should be vis-a-vis in those stocks which are doing pretty good and are trading at a very high multiple also, and whereas we will see some other stocks as well which are trading at a very low multiple as compared to what they were trading when the bull market was in its peak. So I have divided the video in three sections. Initially we will discuss the bigger macro dynamics, and then we will briefly go through some of the sectors. I have not chosen lots of sectors. I have chosen 3 or 4 sectors. I will discuss some stocks about among in this sector, and then I will go and find some very good company trading at a very low P, and at the same time I will discuss some companies which are trading at a very high multiple. So let's start the video on that note, guys. So presently, if we see the major macroeconomic events which are impacting the market, these are mostly this thing, that is tariff that has been imposed by USA on India, that has had very negative impact on our market. As we all know, guys, Donald Trump has imposed additional 25% apart from the earlier 25% that was imposed on 1st of August. Now it is 50% tariff that has been imposed on India in 45% of Indian goods. So around half of the goods, mercantile goods that goes to US from India are now impacted by tariff. So in this connection, majority of the textile stocks that used to export to US, those have taken a very large hit, and some of the most of the companies which used to export gold and diamonds to USA, these have also taken sharp hit, and some of the other sectors which are not impacted as of now are semiconductor, service sector, and pharma sector. I am discussing very briefly, guys. There are lots of other sectors which are also tariff that I have not spoken now, and there are other sectors which are not yet tariffed by USA that I haven't spoken yet. So largely this is the scenario. And the other factor which is driving the market or impacting the market now in a positive, you know, light is the recent GST cut that has been announced by the government. Government has announced that they are, changing the GST rate from 28% to 18%, and uh, for the goods that those goods which were traded, which were taxed by 28%, will now be taxed by 18%. What that will do is this will boost consumption in India, and the companies like AC, products like AC, auto, and lots of other which were taxed by 28% will now be taxed at 18%. So the demand for the product will naturally go up, because these products will be available at a very discounted price compared to what they were available previously. So consumption should go up. Also, the products which were taxed at 12% will now be taxed at 5%. So this includes like products like textile products which were sold at a price above 1000. Those now will be available at a cheap rate for the customer. So naturally the demand for those products will also go up. So on a larger note, you can say that the consumption for the country should go up by the recent push by the government. Now all depends upon whether what the public does with the additional money that they will now be able to save if they go for if they are going for purchasing of these products. Now I will briefly go and discuss about the hospital stock that are presently I have noticed are doing pretty good compared to the market. As hospital sector is a very secular sector, because whether economy performs, whether geopolitical situation are conducive or not, this all doesn't matter when this all does not have much of an influence on performance of a hospital business, because when one falls sick, when one has some kind of illness, major or minor may it be, he or she doesn't think twice before going to hospital. So hospital is a very external proof, like any event proof business. Whatever happens in the economy, whatever happens outside the country or even inside, this have very minor impact on their business. So this, if you notice, the hospital stocks, they are mostly trading above what they were when the bull run ended on last year October. So they have recovered their price, recovered the fall that they had on last October, and they are making new highs. That thing I have noticed, guys. So you can allocate your position in hospital stocks accordingly, because these stocks are showing some kind of strength and seems to continue their uptrend in the market. And other stocks like Netweb and These are companies which are in, one more company, that is Anand. I have forgotten to mention. These are in AI space. AI stocks, as we know, are doing pretty good in the US market, and in the Indian context as well. AI stocks are going to perform as well as performing very good. If we see Netweb Tech, it was logged in upper circuit in the last trading session after the big order win of around 1,700 crore from the, you know other party. So Netweb Tech, which I have been tracking from a price around 1500, is now trading at 3000 rupees, guys. So it has gone twice from its, lowest point, that was around 1500 in the recent crash. So AI stocks are performing very good, and these are trading at a very high PE, guys. So kindly allocate in a very staggered manner in these stocks, because these are already trading at a very high PE. But we have to look PE from the growth perspective as well, since it is reporting a very high, profit quarter on quarter, year on year. So market is ignoring the P, and it is, taking the stock in a upward direction, because market is thinking that earning will come for these stocks in the future, definitely. And diagnostic and CDMO space, in the CDMO space, Vimta Lab, you can see it is also doing good. Contract research and development. So, and capital market, we are and we will always wait for CDSL, BSC and NHDL to come to a reasonable valuation, which they never will. They will only come when the market has crashed and when we are not having adequate money to deploy in these stocks. So this is kind of perennial problem, guys. Now I will discuss very briefly about some of the stocks which I have seen are trading at a very decent valuation, and also they are very good stock from a long term perspective. These are SHAKTI Pump. You can check the valuation yourself, guys, and the growth perspective that the companies are showing. You can discuss, you can analyze the companies in the screener yourself. SHAKTI Pump, which is trading at a P ratio of 24 and is guiding for a revenue growth of 25 to 30%. BLS International, which is trading at a P of 25, and recently it has got a huge order win of 2000 crore. Also it is targeting a growth of around profit growth of 20%. Sky Gold, which is trading at a PE of 25, and it is guiding for 40 to 50% growth. KPI Green, which is guiding around 40% growth and trading at a PE of 24. These are all stock you can always look and analyze yourself before buying or selling, guys. And in the high valuation part, we have Netweb Tech, which is trading around 115 PE, and it is growing also very fast. Anand Rathi, guys, I have been tracking this stock since last 1 year, and I was always waiting for the stock to come to decent valuation, like at least to 30 level, and the stock didn't come to 30, and it directly went to, now it is trading at 3000. So it has gone also twice from the time I have started trading. So this is what happens, guys, in the market. The high valued stocks are always trading at a high value, and these are very difficult to catch these stocks. So we should always try to accumulate these stocks. You can never catch these stocks at the very bottom, and when the stocks are also trading at the at the bottom, you will always wait for the stock to come further down, which they never will, and ultimately you will miss the journey. So this is what the video was for today. Thank you guys, and we'll see in the next video.